Mr. Pointer.
Process, bro.
So, Mr. Pointer, introduce yourself to the YouTube audience.
I am Jude Pointer, business owner.
Yep.
Entrepreneur. No, I'm joking. Japer Gym owner in West Sussex.
We're in flipping Brighton today.
We are in Brighton today.
Born and raised. But I want you guys to, I want to introduce you guys to Pointer, Mr. Jude Pointer. He has been with me for like a year now, I would say. He's been through bulking phases, cutting phases, but let's fuck all that for a second. I want to talk about his journey and how not only has he developed as a person, but in his transformation, his day-to-day life, his mental health. And Jude, how did we first meet then? How did we first meet?
So we first met through one of my schoolmates. He introduced Dills to me. And then I, just messaged you, didn't I?
Yeah, big up Kenny, man.
Big up Kenny. And then I was very interested in getting an online coach for myself, really. To level up, like, physically, because I wasn't, like, happy with where I was. But, yeah, mentally as well. I think when you have someone there who can relate to you, especially as a business owner, yourself, we have like many conversations, not just about fitness, just about general life as well. So it was always good to have Dills there to bounce ideas off each other, and basically that.
I will never forget our first call. So our first call was, I remember he came back from travelling to Thailand, I believe, right? Thailand?
Yes.
He was travelling.
It was before travelling.
But this Jude started in the online space, and not only did Jude want to transform his body, but he was quite intrigued with how to run a business, how to be a personal trainer. And I've worked with coaches in the past. I mean, even I had a coach back in the day, because you learn from coaches. And when Jude came to me, I said to him, bro, not only am I going to teach you how to run a fucking business, but become the best version of yourself in terms of client delivery, for sure.
Well, yeah, it was more, I think for me as well, like, I think leveling up in terms of my knowledge and training people as well, because I think, well, I remember one of our first check-ins, and you were like, what? You were like, what is this? And I was like, what does he mean? What is this? And like, it was my tempo that was just so off. Like, I wasn't getting any connection there, was I at all? I was going way too quick. Wasn't working hard enough in my sets, and there was a reason why I wasn't making any progress in the gym. It's because I wasn't pushing myself hard enough and didn't feel motivated enough. So I think actually, like, in terms of that side of things, you taught me the skills of like building a great physique. And I think within that time frame, especially because we went on a dieting phase to start with, to shred that body fat, and quite quickly the lean muscle was showing through. So that was good on that side of things. Then we hit the bulk.
Jude's been with me for a year. We've tapped into everything. We started off skinny fat, dropped the dieting phase. Well, I got to the dieting phase about 12, 14 weeks, where we just trimmed off everything. Then put him into a hefty bulk where he grew like mad from, what was it, like something?
Well, let's just say I was
100 kilos was the top weight, wasn't it?
Let's just say I was at 78 kilos, and I think highest probably, I think it was like 98 to 100. So I definitely hit the 100 scale. I remember being in Dubai, and maybe after a meal, and I hit the
100 kilo mark.
But what I realised as well, like after the bulk, that was when like one of my best mates came back from travelling. And he hadn't seen me in a year, and I picked him up from the airport, and he was like, bro, you're huge now. Like, thinking, wait, what? I was like, I didn't even think I'd changed that much. But actually, looking at photos now compared to like what I was and what I was on, because before I went travelling, I was being on like all these shakes and stuff. Bro, it just made me like so skinny with like no like muscle mass whatsoever. And then obviously when I was eating proper and eating good nutrition, obviously high protein as well, and training like an animal.
Your training definitely
it made me like really like bulked out, and it was good.
What I'm proud about you the most, guys, is like being committed to the journey. I told Jude, like, once you're in it, right? And we grew together. Not only did we grow like physique wise, but mentally. But when it comes to your like physique development, he understands. He put himself in his client's shoes. So like, if in the future, when he does work with a specific client, he knows how to take him through a bulking phase, dieting phase. So if you're even a coach yourself, looking to get in the personal trainer or getting a coach, like, don't. I'm not asking you to fucking join me. I'm telling you, just invest in someone. And that leads me on to my question to be like, why did you join Core Fitness in the first place?
To invest in myself, really. To level up. I think as actually human beings, it's important to always learn and not think you know it all, and especially to PTs out there. There's a lot of PTs in the industry who think they know it all, and actually you've got a lot to learn. Secondly, you can always learn. There's always something new to learn. I learn still something new every single day in the PT industry. It's obviously a very competitive market, so learning along the way is so key, and not being like deluded in that sense where you think you know it all just because you've got that label as a PT. Whereas I don't really see myself as a PT now. I more see myself as a gym owner, but that still has still leveled up in many different ways, because it leveled me up business wise as well, because I wanted to work harder.
Of course,
I felt like I could work harder because of how I was feeling. Like I felt like amazing.
You nailed it, right? Anyway. I want to say back just to add upon Jude's point, right? The day you stop learning, if you're in the coaching industry, fitness industry, or if you're looking at becoming a personal trainer, the day you stop learning is the day you're cooked. So being around people that naturally elevate you, this is why even to this day, I have coaches and mentors. Will naturally elevate you. And Jude saw opportunity to be like, alright, cool. Like, I want to elevate my knowledge, but why me? Why did you pick me out of everyone, bro? What was it that stuck out, would you say?
I don't know, just relate. I think your knowledge at the start, I think before the call we had, you sent me over a link to watch a video. And the amount of detail that you put into that video and how we're going to do things, how we're going to level you up, this is how we're going to do it, phase by phase. And I think if a person sees that and they can see the map and they can see the journey, that's when you're like, okay, cool, I'm going to go with them, instead of someone who's, I'm hopping on a call, then I've got to actually I felt like I knew him already. Just through not just that video, but obviously watching his content as well. So it was about kind of, I feel like I knew you as a person already, and I kind of knew I was always going to be able to relate to you, just because of many similarities at the end of the day.
Of course, so, I remember when Jude had our first call with me, he's like, I've seen what you've done, I've seen you doing this, obviously we're close with Kenny, we had a mutual friend, right? And we just clicked on straight away. But in terms of what benefits you've been seeing, like ever since you started the program, what would you say the benefits mentally, physically, and even in your daily life? Would you say since
physically, just leaner, more muscular, happy with how I'm looking like now. I don't even like to have too of a muscular build. I just like to feel lean and strong and healthy at the end of the day. Eating cleaner, not eating or having processed shit. Like I used to have processed shakes all the time and thinking they're really good for me, whereas actually prioritize whole foods, proper food, dense proteins, and proper nutrition. Mentally, I think just if you're feeling good in yourself, you've got a clearer pathway on what to do. Every morning now I get up 5:30. Some days latest will be 7, 8 o'clock. Used to be wake up 9, do this, have breakfast, sit down, scroll, Now I'm like, okay, cool, because I've got to go up and go get it, going back onto that business side of things. I'm now up by 5:30, I've got classes on by 6:30. So I've got stuff to do. So ultimately, I've got more energy to do those things. Everything links into one at the end of the day.
Of course, bro. It does lead from the daily habits. But that leads me on to my next question, which is, I know we've obviously with our program we help in every fucking aspect possible in terms of training, nutrition, mindset, diet, you name it. Out of all those subsectors, what did you find the most valuable? Just hands down, was it the training, the nutrition? What do you personally think, or the mindset? What do you think?
Yeah, I'd probably say mindset and the training, to be honest.
Why would you say that?
I mean, my mindset is, if you're around people that are higher level than you, it's going to make you level up as a person at the end of the day. So seeing you kind of leading from the front, and I think we spoke about that recently, in the sense that we both had a phase where we didn't feel like we was leading from the front. So you recently have been leading from the front. That means everyone around you and whoever looks to you is going to want to level up as well, because you're leading from the front. So ultimately as well, on the back end of that, I wanted to feel like I was leading from the front in my business. And then when I started training and doing all the physical training, that started to happen. So yeah, and then the training side of things, just knowledge, knowing more about training people. At the end of the day, it's our job to transform people, isn't it?
100%.
That's what people come to us for.
Yeah.
Obviously all different goals, but the main majority goal is to transform people. So, but yeah.
No, I agree. Like, you coming to me, like, guys, when Jude came to me, not only did he want to level up his own physique, and I mentioned this before in this interview, but he wanted to get the knowledge where he can pass it down to his clients. And bro put himself in every shoe possible, dieting down, reverse dieting.
Yeah.
Okay, so he knows. Obviously, he's put himself in the shoes, so he can then act like the client. And this is what's going to take Jude so far in this industry, is the fact that he's been prime bulked, he's been lean to the bone. He's learned how to reverse diet, and this knowledge, he can reciprocate it and copy it for the rest of his life. He knows what to do when his gym owner is fucking busy and his diet's all over the gap. When a gaining phase and a dieting phase, so he knows when to get more calories, less calories. It's all about understanding. And what I feel like Jude's learned the most is, even from the front as a coach, is the most important thing. Invested in himself, and he's achieved a massive transformation under me for sure. But this is carried on in his business, and this is what we're filming this, like, it's been a year past he's worked with me, and I'm seeing nothing but growth from him. And going forward now, bro, in terms of, like, say if my name was flipping Jonathan, right? And Jonathan is on the fence of joining Core Fitness, what would you say to Jonathan?
Yeah, get off the fence and join. Simple as that. I think just bite the bullet and do it. Money comes back as well at the end of the day, so if it feels like a lot of money, just do it, because in the long term you'll see the benefits, and it'll mean more than that money that you originally paid for. So yeah, bite the bullet and do it.
Appreciate it. My next question for you, I like to always ask this question to my clients, is what's next for you? I know we've had a bit of a discussion before this interview, and there's some big goals for Jude. I mean, like I said, when I first met you, bro, to like running that business to now running, open up your gym. I'm not going to disclose it, I'm going to let you do the magic talking. But you've leveled up massively, bro, and I want you to know how fucking proud I am of you. Not only have you leveled up physically, mentally, but...
it's good. What's coming from me? More, I would say. I can't disclose too much, but yeah, there is more coming. We was chatting about, obviously, me becoming an online coach. I've never really taken social media too seriously, so actually just, dipping into that in my spare time, throwing more content out there in terms of like what I actually do on a daily basis, but also giving people value as well, especially my certain type of clientele, my niche, doing all that, and hopefully be a little online coach as well. Yeah, it will happen.
That's it. 100%, bro. I just want to say, bro, I'm proud of you. Like, the thing about Jude, right, he came into my business or as a client to not only learn from his client's shoes, but he was asking 200 questions. This is a client I want. I want a client coming to me and being like, Gills, how you do this? How you deliver a client? How you do this? Because Jude is a personal trainer and a gym owner, so he wants to know, right, how you deliver a program. And he was in it. He knows how it runs. And this is why I'm heavy in, if you're on a personal trainer or someone, a business owner looking at creating a business, doing a PT program. Invest in yourself. I can't stress that.
Well, ask the questions as well. Don't I've never... Well, as a person anyway, not just with deals, but always ask the questions. If you've got a question, ask it, because like, what's the point in keeping it in? Because you want to know obviously the answer to it, and even if you don't know, he will give you the answer eventually. Depends what it is.
Yeah, it does depend.
But
bro, been a pleasure. Thank you so much. Bro. Appreciate you, and keep out for, was it Pointer Gym? No, it's not Pointer. J-Par. Keep an eye out for J-Par. You might see a bit of green there, see a bit of red.
Yeah, maybe.
Right.